a tough few days when we see that Colorado is once again in the news for mass murder, for allowing someone who should never have had access to weapons of mass destruction. Someone walk into our place of sanctuary, our home, our community, and wreak terror and fear to us all. So as someone who grew up in Colorado Springs, someone who went to Club Q, someone who hangs out at the gay bars with my friends, good to see you. To think about during this time, Thanksgiving holiday, right? When you need a place of refuge sometimes, right? To think that that's been torn away from people. It's unthinkable. But what's even more tragic is the fact that while we mourn, there are people who are out there right now still saying that transgender people don't matter. That they don't want to say pronouns. That they don't care about binaries, right? That they don't care about LGBTQ people. In the wake of this tragedy, there are still people who right now are waving the rainbow flag but have fought against LGBTQ equality for decades. Elected officials who take it upon themselves to make transgender youth feel like they don't matter, that they're not human. And we all know that dehumanization of someone, right? The next step is what we saw down at Club Q. And so I don't want to take up a lot of time because I think this space is for community right now. It is for community right now. But I want you to know that we now have the largest LGBTQ caucus in that building that Colorado has ever seen. That we now have the first queer elected official from Colorado Springs holding office in that building.
Yes.
That we now have a majority of the Colorado State House and State Senate that believes that we need true gun control. That we need true gun violence prevention, right? That we truly need to act on behalf of our citizens. And so while we said all of that in our campaigns, I want you to make sure that every single elected official is held accountable to that. Because there is no reason why that man should have had access, that person, should have had access to guns, right? There's no reason that they should have been able to come into our bars and wreak havoc and destruction. And so we have to stand up and do something about it. We have to stand with our friends, our colleagues, our families at Club Q and in Colorado Springs. I want to tell you all that they feel like they have nowhere to go. That they have no one who's going to embrace them and love them right now. And I want them to know that the Denver community holds them. That they can find home and solace if they choose and when they choose right here in our communities. But for them to feel that, we actually have to get in our cars, get on public transportation, and go to Colorado Springs. They want to feel our support. They want to feel our love. They want to make sure that you see their presence. So if you can, and if you're able, I ask that you go down to Club Q. Go down to one of the memorials in Colorado Springs and just hug someone. Tell them that you love them and that you stand with them. My heart breaks because we know. Today we lowered the flag in Colorado Springs on top of their city council building, and I had a moment, y'all. And to think about the people who have fought in the shadows for so long, for folks to say that their hometown is hateful and evil in Colorado Springs is not true. But to see that flag dropped by people who have traditionally discriminated against us, I feel some kind of way about it. So if they're going to use this moment of tragedy, right, for their change, then they better do something about it.
Yes.
They better go out and protect our transgender youth in their schools, right? They better help Club Q rebuild in any way that they need to rebuild. They better stop the hateful rhetoric that comes out of their mouths and spreads throughout Colorado and this country. And if they don't, we're going to hold them accountable.
They better enforce our red flag law that you
They
held
better
us back.
enforce our red flag laws instead of calling themselves Second Amendment sanctuary cities.
That's right.
Who provides sanctuary for the queer people who want to go to the club? Who provides sanctuary for our kids in our schools? Who provides sanctuary for people who just want to go grocery shopping?
Yes,
Enforce
right.
the law. Enforce the law.
That's right.
And then also stop the rhetoric. Stop the rhetoric. And just make sure that we're always leading with love. This event will not push us back into the shadows. We know that. We are going to step forward and we're going to step into this moment. But by God, we cannot let these mass murders continue to happen. So we will stand up. We will always fight back. And we will show our love right now in this moment to the people of the Colorado Springs Club Q community and say that we stand with them. So I'm State Representative Leslie Harris. Thanks for having me. Thank you.